You least expect it, it will happen. And when I say it, I mean everything. I'm gonna tell on myself, I used to be a very obsessive thinker. And if I wanted something, if I was, after something, if there was just something that I felt like I wanted to pursue or have, I would incessantly think about it day in and day out. And, I made a video about the art of detachment, I believe it's titled. But this is kind of separate than that because this is not necessarily like putting your mindset towards something specific. This is just kind of a general mindset to have in life in general. It's like if you want something, as long as you're putting the effort towards it. I know this within myself. Even when I put minimal effort into something, I always get the maximum return for it. And I realize it's always when I don't put too much of myself into something that it flows to me so much quicker, and it always comes to me when I least expect it. Like even today, like something really good happened for me, and I just remember thinking, like, wow, a couple months ago, I was always thinking about the very outcome of what I wanted. And when I'm least expecting it, going on about my day, it just finally happens for me. And it was like an aha moment. And it was something that I really wanted to share with you ladies. We as women, we are very powerful. And, you know, I saw this somewhere. I don't know where I saw this from, but it was saying that the women are supposed to be in their feminine, and a part of being in your feminine is you're receiving, and that is so true. Like, I don't want to be vulgar, but even when you are in the act, you know what I mean, ladies, you are receiving. Even when it comes down to having a child, you are receiving something to have that child. So it's like biological, it's historical, it's fundamental that as a woman you are going to have your best results when you are in the energy of receiving. You do not go out and chase anything. That is the masculine, that is the male role, is to go out and chase. As a woman, you literally, your job is to look beautiful, sit back, kick your feet up, and let the things that are meant for you, that are supposed to be yours, come to you, right? You be in your receiving energy. Um, it's it's definitely something that if you were not used to it, if you have been ingrained to be, the hustle, hustle, hustle chick, um, it's not something that will feel natural at first. But as you literally begin to operate in that and you make that a part of your mindset and a part of your daily life, then it will become natural to you. And then you'll start to realize, wow, like life is so much easier when I kick back and I receive. you know um it's so funny, like even in my relaxed state, like when I'm just out, like with amongst family and friends, when I'm just chilling and with people that I know, I notice this about myself. I will literally always kick my feet up and just lay back. And it's so funny because it's like even in my posture, I am in my receiving energy. And I had someone say something to me one time. She was like, who do you think you are, Marilyn Monroe? You just leaning back. And I thought that was so funny, but it just goes to show you, when you are in your receiving, when you are in your feminine, other people notice that. And whether they like it or not, it doesn't matter. That's part of the channel. Being the main character, you're going to face some things, blah, blah, blah. But just fundamentally, I want you ladies to behave and move like that. The best relationships you will ever have, the best jobs you will ever have, the best projects you will ever do will always be when you are least expecting it and when you are in the energy of receiving. I talk about how the job that I have, I actually really love it. Like it's something that I can turn into a career at any moment, but I'm just kind of, I'm just enjoying where I'm at right now. But when I was looking for work, I remember being so stressed, and I'm not even joking. I would put out hundreds, no, I'm exaggerating, not hundreds, but I would put out at least 10 applications a day. So you do that times seven, that's 70 applications a week. You times that, by the month, there you go. I was putting so much energy and stress into finding a job, finding a job, finding a job. And then one day I went out and the company that I'm working for, I went there to get something done. And I just asked him, like, hey, are you guys looking for anybody? She was like, yeah, just go ahead and apply. I didn't even apply that day. I went about my day and I applied like a week later. And then a week after my application, like I got the call back and then I got the interview and then I got the screening and all this and that. And I just remember thinking, I literally was at the point where I was like giving up on the job, search. And I was just going to continue where I was working, being miserable and just drained and depressed. And once I stopped searching heavy for a job, once I just kind of was like, you know what? I'm just gonna just chill out about it. The perfect job came to me. And like I said, it's a job that can turn into a career at any moment if I decide. And it's just, that just goes to show you that once you literally stop putting so much stress into something, it's like you're able to receive and, the energy that you're putting out will reflect that. So it's like it will be given back to you. Do y'all feel me with that? Y'all don't see me, but I'm doing the little eye, you see me, I see you movement. But yeah, like I said, even the relationships, how many times do you guys know and even experience when, someone around you will be, kind of like searching and desperate and wanting somebody, and they get the worst people. They get the people who come in and they're narcissists and they gaslight and they manipulate and they literally just try to destroy them versus the girl who's just like, I'm just chilling. I don't need it. If it happens, it happens. Those are the girls that literally get princess treatment. Those are the girls that will literally not have to stress or worry about anything. Like they attract the type of men who any woman would want. And it's literally because the energy of desperation is not on them. So it's like that type of person is drawn to them, and like I said, in relationships and work and life, every time you are, it's like when you desperately want something, it doesn't want you. Like, I don't know how to explain that, but when you no longer care about the outcome of it, it wants you. It's like, oh my gosh, how do you not care about me? How do you not care about this job? How do you not care about this relationship? It just comes to you. So that's just a little bit of encouragement for you ladies. If you are in a moment or in a season or in a space where you feel like desperate for something, or you just feel like, you're at your wit's end about it, like release it, like genuinely release it. And even if you don't get that specific thing, I promise you, once you release it, you will get that, like the I guess the amalgam of that, but even better than that, because it's like it wants you now that you don't want it. And just operate in that, ladies. Be in your feminine and receive.